to either within the state or outside the state in the name of Al-Majri, and that I'm happy to say that the law is working, and of course, even those that have sent their children elsewhere have now decided to bring them back, to put them in our primary and Islamia schools. We have also worked on the issue of tertiary education by way of establishing 24 institutes. These institutes are working, and of course, so far, we are able, through these institutes and other arrangements, to support about 400,000 young men and women of Kano State origin in terms of training and empowerment. In addition to all this, the state has decided to declare free education at all levels in the state. Our children don't have to pay anything in the primary, secondary, and tertiary institutions. And in addition to that, the state has decided to send its indigents to various tertiary institutions based both within and outside the country. That is why today we have 200 students in Crescent University, 200 students in Bells University, 250 students in Ibnidian University, 25 in Abti, Adamawa State, and of course, we have 412 students of Kano State origin in Katsina University, which is a private university also. That is in addition to those that were being admitted by the federal government universities and of course state universities. The responsibility of each child in all these institutions is to go and register and send the bill to Kano State government to settle for him or her. In addition to that, it is our policy that each of our indigents who have got 1-1 or 2-1 in his or her first degree, the state government will give him or her automatic foreign scholarship to go and study across the globe if they so wish to. So far, we have sponsored over 2,000 students who are in 14 countries of the world. So far, I visited most of these countries. In fact, 2 days ago, I was in Uganda where I met with 197 students who are studying in their universities there. And in the next few days, I'm going to Egypt and Sudan. And of course, I was in the UK, I was in the US, I was in Jordan, where we have 100 pilots that are undergoing training in that country. Among the 2,000 students that we have abroad, we have 200 who are undergoing studies in medicine, 100 in pharmacy, 25 in marine engineering, and quite a number of them studying masters and PhDs in various countries of the world. Let me say that in addition to all these institutes, in the last 3 years, we were able to establish Northwest University, which had its first admission last academic session with over 1,000 students. Now they have admitted and matriculated over 1,200 students. And that is in addition to the Kano State University of Science and Technology that we established during our first term in 2001. The state government will continue to support education. will continue to engage our young men and women, and I'm happy to say all that is working for Kano, because Kano is calm and quiet and peaceful, and that has to do with the engagement of everybody in this state. Let me say also that we are committed to work with all the stakeholders. We will continue to do whatever we can to ensure that education is supported, and of course our priority here in Kano is education, education, and education, because we believe with the disparity that is existing between this part of the country and the other part of the country, of course, for peaceful coexistence, there is need for us, those of us that are educationally disadvantaged, to wake up and work hard so that we can bridge the gap that is already existing. Let me, at this point, appeal to everybody, the local governments, the state governments, the various communities, and all other stakeholders to come and join hands with us as state government and other progressive governors in this country, so that we can move the issue of education forward, so that we can have a peaceful, and of course, that's the only way we can have a meaningful development in this country. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. At this time, we need to state that this is the second in a series of progressive governance lectures, the first held in Ibadan and focused on unemployment. There's supposed to be a third and a fourth later on in the year, one in each quarter. The next, I'm informed, will focus on health and later on water sustainability. The Progressive Governance Forum wishes to state that even though insecurity will be addressed, it is not to take advantage of any of the happenings in the country. The PGF is committed to work with the federal government, regardless of political leanings. Nigerians have their issues. Nigerians seem to be at the brunt end of a lot of things happening within the country, regardless of their political leanings. The PGF is also focused to working with the federal government to end terrorism and restore peace to all of Nigeria, regardless of the regions. Every region has its own security issues, and these need to be addressed so that Nigerians can have a better lease on life. At this time, we'll take the chairman's opening speech. Please welcome His Excellency Chief Dr. Ogbonna Onu, Chairman of the occasion, First Governor, Civilian Governor of Abia State. Chief Ogbonna Onu.
The national chairman, represented by the deputy national chairman, North, and other members of the interim national executive, Your Excellencies, our highly respected former head of state, former vice president, governors, deputy governors, and former governors, distinguished senators, honorable members of the House of Representatives, great leaders of our party, most distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I sincerely thank the Progressive Governors Forum for inviting me as chairman of this lecture taking place in the ancient and important city of Kano. This lecture series, though the second in the series, but the series itself is the first of its kind ever organized by any governors forum in our country. It is an innovation which, by discussing issues of major importance,